Hello everyone and welcome back to the third episode of the C# series here on my channel. In the previous video we learned how to put our forms, such as this Roblox description, this GTA description and the CSGO description, and convert that into this little panel here. What we also did is make a system that loads up the game according to our selection here.
Hard drive loaded up, lost, double encoded wood. Zip up all your dreams, compress and right click, watch me open up.
In this video we are going to finish up our loader and we are going to make the edges here rounded because that makes it a little bit cleaner. And then the second thing I'm going to do is make a start to our actual cheat menu. So I think I'm going to begin with CSGO and from there on we keep expanding to GTA and Roblox. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is right click the panel, click select loader, so we select the form, and then here on the right side right click your loader.cs and view the code. And it's going to open up our code here. We're going to exit out these things because we don't need them now. And we're going to scroll all the way up to public partial class, and we're going to enter down on here. What we're going to code here is code that makes our C# form rounded. So go to loader.cs, make sure you're after public partial class, and then type in this angular bracket, and then type in DLL import with a capital I, sorry. And it's going to give you these squiggly lines. If you right click this and you click on the little light bulb, it's going to give you a solution. And in this case, it's using system.runtime.interrupt services that we have to use. You can click it or type it in yourself. I'm going to type it in myself. And as you can see, this DLL import becomes green and we can continue on coding. So after DLL import, you're going to add this parenthesis, and we're going to make this string here with these two thingies here. And in between these thingies, we're going to type gdi.dll. After these thingies, I think you call them quotation marks, we're going to type in our entry point by separating it with a comma and then typing entry point. And it's going to be equals to create round rect rgn. And then end with this parenthesis here. Okay, on the next line we're going to type private static extern. And then integer pointer. And then create round rect rgn. And then on the next line, if you go one down, oh, I typed private wrong. On the next line here, you're going to place these here, because in between these we're going to type integer n left rect, and then a comma, next line, and then integer n top rect, comma, and then an integer n right rect, and then another integer n bottom rect, integer n width ellipse, and then integer n height ellipse. And then the last one doesn't need a comma. Do make sure you're opening up these with parentheses and end with the semicolon here. Okay, what we're going to do now is we are going to scroll down until we find this public loader and then the parentheses with initialize component. Just search for initialize component and you'll find it. Just add one line, and then what we're going to add to this one here is region is equals to system dot drawing dot region dot from hrgn, and then open up with a parenthesis and create round rect rgn. Open up with another parenthesis and type in 0 0 width height, and then 2020, like so, and then end with a semicolon here. Okay, so now if we run, it should have rounded edges around the loader. So let's run it and see if it worked. And it's giving me an error. It says it could not find dll.gdi. Oh, I see what's wrong here. If we scroll back up, you see here GDI, I forgot to add 32 behind it, and now it should work. And if I go to my homepage, as you can see, we now have rounded edges here, which looks way cleaner than these rectangles. Okay, what we're going to do now is head back to Visual Studio. We're going to stop debugging and we're going back to the loader. Because what you probably noticed whenever you were running this is that you could not drag it around your screen. And we do kind of want it to drag around the screen. So what are we going to do in order to make it draggable? Okay, so what you're going to do is click on this left panel here. Make sure you click this left one, because if you click this one, it's not going to work. Click on the left panel here. And then click this little events button here, a lightning bolt. And you're going to get all these click events, move events. You're going to find everything here. And it may be confusing to you, don't worry, I'm going to make it as simple as possible. You want to scroll down until you find mouse move, mouse up and mouse down. So I'm going to click mouse move first. And then we're going back to the loader.cs. And once again, we're going to scroll down and now click mouse down. Double click. Go back to loader. And now double click the mouse up. And as you can see, it's creating these panel selection mouse move functions. And we're going to put some code in here that makes our form draggable. But before we can make these, we have to go all the way up. Here in DLL import, I'm going to comment this and call it rounded edges. Just to make it a little bit more organized here. And here we're going to make the movable or draggable panel. Okay, we're going to add a boolean and then call it mouse down or whatever. You can call this whatever you want. And we're going to make a private point and call it offset. Okay, then we are ready and we can scroll down and we're going to start with mouse move. In mouse move, we're going to do if, and then you're going to scroll up and check your name here. Boolean mouse down. So if mouse down equals, and then false or true, sorry. So if people are clicking the mouse down button, so if mouse down is true, we're going to execute the code point and then current pause, and then is equals to point to screen. And then we're going to open these parentheses and click e.location and then end with the semicolon here. And then the next line, location is new point current pause.x and then minus the offset of x and then comma current pause y minus the offset y. Just like so. Oh, offset dot capital Y. There we go. And with a semicolon here. And it's giving me an error here. Let's see what the error is. Point does not contain a construction that takes clear argument. It's because I added this comma here, which should not be there. Alright. We should be fine now. This one here on mouse move is done now. We're going to mouse down. And we're going to type offset.x equals e.x. And then offset... Oh, what the fuck is it doing here? Offset.y equals e.y. And then lastly, mouse down equals true. And then for the last one here, panel selection mouse up, we're going to type mouse down. No, not mouse down equals false. Okay, and now if we start our project, we should now be able to drag it around, as you can see. This works for anything. You can do this in your loader, you can do this in your cheat. It's just this mouse move, mouse down and mouse up event you have to add, and then just you can, once you made this one, you can just base it from a different project. You always want to put this if statement in the mouse move, always put this here in the mouse down and put this one here in mouse up. Stop the debugging, and the last thing I'm going to do, because whenever we click start, As you can see, it's just a blank space here. We have to click CSGO in order to get something. What you can do here is maybe make a front page. You can simply do that by adding labels here. For example, here, take the label and then just design this panel here. That's what you can do. If you click start, as you can see, it's opening up. You can see the label, and if we click CSGO, it's removing the label here. So you can make like a front page with a logo here if you want that, but you can also just remove this one here and then go to the loader code, and you're going to the loader, the public loader with the initialized component here, and then add another line and then do open child form new and then goi.games.csgo and then a semicolon here and a parentheses here at the end. So if you click start now, oh, it's the wrong one. It's not CSGO, it's CSGO and then descriptions.csgo. So whenever we start now, it's instantly going to load up the CSGO description. You can do that for any game. If you want Roblox to be on the front page, do what you want. Okay, so just as an example for the people that want to make a logo here, just search for picture box. This one here, all Windows form, picture box, put it in here. Click this little arrow here, choose image. You're going to click local resource and import, and then you're going to find your logo. Okay, once you have your logo, you can click on this arrow here, click stretch image, and as you can see, it's stretching out the image. What you can do here, you're going to click this properties here to get back to your properties of your picture box. And you're going to see this size. If you want to increase your size, copy the size here. Go get a calculator or anything. If you're bad at calculating in your head. So it's 100 by 50. If you multiply this one by 2, it's going to increase the size by 2. So if you want it 4 times as big as the original, just do 100 times 4 and 50 times 4. So then 100 times 4 is going to be 400. 400 by 200. 400 by 200. Sorry, I can't type. So you're going to copy that one, go back here, and then increase the size. And as you can see, we have a bigger logo. And it's not stretched or anything. What I recommend doing if you're going to add a logo, don't make it like this, because this is absolutely ugly. If you click start, you see you have these borders. So if you're making a logo, make sure it's PNG and transparent in the background. Take as example this picture here. As you can see, it's transparent. You have the text and then everything behind it is transparent here. So this would be a nice logo if you have it. As you can see, it's just coming up here. You have your logo, and whenever you click CSGO, it's changing. So just pick whatever you want to do. You can add the description as I did on loader here by adding the open child form and then the etc. You know what to do here. Alright, so we are now pretty much done with our loader. If we click start here, we're going to run it. You'll see that we have a beautiful loader. As you can see, I added the description because I think that's cleaner, because I don't have a logo for this cheat. So yeah. It's working, as you can see. Whenever we click CSGO, it's opening up the CSGO description. Roblox, going to open up the Roblox description, and for GTA the same. So we have this button here. Let's see if we click Counter-Strike and click start, it's opening up CSGO. If we click Roblox, it's going to do the same, but for Roblox, and the same for GTA. Okay, so now I think it's time to continue with designing the menu for our CSGO cheat. So we're going to games here and to CSGO. Right click CSGO and view the designer, and we are here with a totally blank form. So what we did with the previous one here on the loader, what we did is we removed this border, we changed the size to our liking, etc. So we're going to scroll down all the way, and please make sure you set your start position to center screen, because otherwise it's going to be somewhere in the corner on your screen whenever you start it up, and it's not good. I don't like that at all. Okay, next up we're going to go to the form border style and set it to none. And as you can see, we don't have a border now. And yeah, now you need your inspiration and actually find something you like and then kind of recreate it, but in your own style. Alright, I found something here, this menu here. It kind of has like the colors I'm using as well. And yeah, it looks a little bit simple, so I'm going to add a little bit more for myself. But it's kind of going to be in this style. However, I don't like the buttons here on the top. I prefer them on the left side. So yeah, I think we're going to do that. Let's see if we can find anything else. That looks kind of good. What's this? I don't like this menu at all. Yeah, they all look like simple menus. And I'm pretty sure it's all made in GUI for C++. I like the colors on this one. Yeah, I think this cheat here, it's called Backmove. I've used it before in CSGO. It looks pretty clean. However, my favorite menu to this day, it's still Never Lose. They just have a beautiful menu here. Then I actually prefer this one here, the black version here. It's just beautiful. It's one of the best menus I've ever seen. But what I also like is this retro kind of look of Rift. I know not many people like this, but I somewhat like this retro version here of Rift. But we're not going to make this actually. I'm just trying to get some inspiration for the menu. Alright, so I got some inspiration now. And first thing I'm going to do is obviously make the size to my liking. So I'm going for a kind of like big rectangular like this. And then on the left side here, I'm going to have my panel with buttons because I don't like them on the top actually. So we're going for a panel here. I'm going to drag it into the form. But first I'm going to take this color 27, 27, 27. And I'm going to give my form this color. It's going to automatically change the color for your panel. And I'm going to click the panel now and head over to dock and put it to the left. And I'm gonna make a little bit more space. Okay, I think this is a little bit too big. So let's make it a little bit smaller, just like so. Alright. What I'm going to do is take this logo here, paste it in there, and make it somewhat bigger. So click the label, go to the text here, font, and change your size. If you like it small, you can go for small. If you like it big, just go for big. There we go. We have our beautiful logo now here. And I'm going to copy this button here and just paste it into this one as well. But instead of having buttons like this in our loader, I'm going to remove the text here. And I'm going to make this one a square. So that's going to be 34 by 34. And we have this beautiful button now here. Let's put it over here. Obviously we have to give it a name, so let's call this one button legitbot. Or button aimbot, it doesn't really matter. Whatever features you're adding to your cheat. Okay, I'm also going to add a label. Let's take this small one here and put it underneath this button. Okay. And call this one label legitbot. And then change the text to legitbot. Okay, so I think this looks way better than normal buttons actually. I'm taking inspiration right now of a friend of mine. So if you see this menu somewhere else, it's because my friend made it actually. Then do keep in mind it's not mine. I'm just using it as inspiration. I'm not exactly making it the same because this logo is just absolutely dog shit. But I'm just going to explain the things he did in this menu because many people want to know how to make these things, but you cannot find them on the internet. I had to find out these things myself, and I'm going to teach you that so you can make better menus for your cheats. Okay, so we have legitbot here. Let's see what it looks like if we start it and click CSGO. Okay, we cannot see where the panel ends, so I'm going to give it a different color. I think I'm going for 34, 34, 34 maybe. Yeah, I think that looks a little bit better. Open up CSGO. And then we have our legit bot, okay. Yeah, this looks somewhat decent. Maybe we can put it a little bit more up. Just go up a little bit. Let's see. See if it's still fine. Click start. It's just a matter of... Oh wait, for some reason my button here is disappearing. So I'm going back to my loader for a second. I want to view the code. So CSGO here. Where's CSGO? Oh, I mean the loader. Where's my loader? Oh, it's because... Yeah, I know what the issue is here. As you can see, we are... Yeah, we're making the edges rounded, and then we're opening the child form. And I had it before here. Which means it's going to bring the button to the front. But then it's going to open up the description, which makes the description put to the front. So this one is still hiding behind it. You don't want it before the open child form. No, you want it behind the child form. So now the logic is going to be, it's going to initialize the component. It's going to make our edges rounded. Then it's going to open up the description form of CSGO. And then it's going to bring our button to the front. So now it should work. As you can see, now the button is here. And it's still... But the thing now, whenever we click start, it's not doing anything until we click CSGO and then click start. That's because this label here, we had here, is still... It's still called game whenever we start it up. So actually, I think we have to call this one CSGO now instead of game. That might fix our issue now. Yeah, it should fix our issue. Yeah, as you can see, it's fixing our issue now. Alright, cool. So we can continue on hydrogen, the CSGO thing here. So let's start it once again. I want to see what it looks like. CSGO starts. Alright, this looks beautiful in my opinion. However, what I'm going to do, this is too much blue. So I think I'm going to make the text or this icon white. So let's stop the debugging and then click this bomb. Okay, so if we change this icon color, let's see. No, I don't like this at all. Let's make this one white. Let's see what that looks like. Yeah, I think that looks kind of good. The blue with white kind of looks clean, but I think I also want my logo blue with white and... No, actually, just fuck that. I'm not gonna do that. You can make it the way you want it, so I'm not gonna be having a lot of impact on your choices. Okay, so if we gave this button the name and this label as well, we're going to click this button here, and then we're going to click Control, and then we're going to click the label as well. We're going to click Control C and Control V, and it's going to paste this one here. And let's put this one more to the right. Like that, maybe a little bit more. Yeah, okay, cool. We're first going to give these buttons and label their name. So click the button, go down until you find icon button 1 called BTN, and then let's say BTN visuals. So now it's button visuals, and then we're going to call this label visuals. Okay, we're going to change the text as well to visuals. And we're going to make sure this one is in the middle of the button here. Okay, cool. I'm going to put this one a little bit more to the right. Okay, I think that looks better. And the legit bot is going to have a different icon than visuals. So let's say click the button here and then change it to Crosshair. Alright, so we have Crosshair now, and for visuals I'm going for an eye, I think. Yeah, for an eye. I'm going to copy the label and the button once again. I'm going to paste it in here. I'm gonna put it in the middle. You can see that by these two lines, that makes it completely aligned. And I'm going to put it a little bit more down. And this one is going to be button skin changer. Yeah, and then the label is going to be label skin changer. And then the text of this label is going to be skins. Because otherwise it's going to get too long, the text, and you don't want that. Cool. And then I'm gonna add one more just for good measure. If it's going to copy and paste, yeah. Cool. I'm going to align it in the middle here. And this pink line you see means that it's also aligned with the skins button here horizontally. So if you see this pink line and these two blue lines, it means it's perfectly aligned. All right, and then this one, let's call it label misc, which stands for miscellaneous. So this is label misc, and this one is going to be BTN, so button and then misc. Cool, and then change the text of skins here to misc. All right, make sure it's in the middle. Perfect. Okay, what my friend also did in his menu is he added two little buttons here in the bottom, one for night mode and one for light mode. So let's add these as well. One here and one here. And then make sure they are nicely aligned. See, that looks kind of in the middle, yeah. Cool. Okay, I'm going to change this button here and call it BTN night mode. And this one is going to be BTN light mode. And then I'm going to change the icon character to a moon, because night mode. And then I'm going to make this one a sun. Yeah, sun. Alright, perfect. So we now have light mode. Let's see if we call this one. Yeah, okay. We have button light mode and we have button dark mode. We have these buttons here. What we actually want to do is change these icons here of these buttons as well. Call this one button skins. I forgot that. Label skins. Cool. And then I'm going to change the icon of this one here. So skins, what fits skins? I think I'm going for the same one as my friend uses. So revert or something. Retweet, is it? Yeah, it's retweet. And then for miscellaneous, I'm going for cogs. Alright, perfect. And the last thing I'm going to do is view the code of the CSGO panel here. I'm going to loader. I'm going to right click this loader here and view the code. And I'm just completely going to take this here, view the code here, and paste it also in here. And then here we're going to have region. Cool. So now if we start it, I'm going to have some build errors. So let's see. It's because I did not import or using system.runtime.interrupt services. So just add them, just like so. Click start. And we're going to click CSGO. Click start. And as you can see, this menu also has rounded edges now. Alright, perfect. So that's it for this video. What we did in this video is we finished our loader. So let's start up the loader. We finished our loader. We gave it the rounded edges here. What we also did is we made this form draggable. And we also made sure this Counter-Strike description is going to load up whenever we run our cheat. So it's going to work whenever we click start, and it's going to open up our menu. And right now it already looks kind of clean. It's not exactly the same as the menu of my friend, but it's kind of close. Alright, so in the next video we're going to continue with this menu. We're going to do kind of the same with the loader. We're also going to make this button load up a page here. But I'm going to show you that in the next video. Thanks for watching and I'll see you guys in the next one.